Hey guys, it's Rocky again.
Hey guys, it's Nate.
And this is now our part 2 of our Star Wars Last Jedi review, and this is going to be the spoiler review. So, warning, if you have not seen The Last Jedi, do not listen to this.
Yeah, you guys have all been warned. We're going into every spoiler in this, we're not going to just...
No stone unturned.
Yeah, no stone unturned. Yeah. We're not beating around the bush. So, let's talk about Luke Skywalker. You want to tell him what happened?
Luke Skywalker is dead.
You heard it right.
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker,
that's just like...
And, yeah.
It's just like, I feel like, we were just talking about this, like, it just hits you. You're like, oh my god, he's gone. And, like, I just think, like, overall, I loved what they did with the character. Like we mentioned, like, the first scene with him throwing the lightsaber and just being you can really tell he's a broken man. And how about the twist?
The twist with Luke Skywalker is just amazing.
You want to explain that?
So, pretty much, guys, Luke Skywalker... Well, let me just go into what happens in the movie first off. So, Rey does finally meet Luke, and there's a little disconnection because Luke doesn't want to train her. You can tell. Luke's pretty much says to Rey, I want to die on this planet. The Jedi are lost.
That was sad, dude. That was really sad.
And for those who don't know from The Force Awakens, Luke does train Ben Solo, a.k.a. Kylo Ren. So he is his master, was his master, I should say. So he's broken because pretty much he failed Leia and Han, and that's why he kind of exiled himself into this island.
To die.
So pretty much going into this, the twist is this, guys. Luke Skywalker, it was a night, and he was looking at Kylo Ren's thoughts while he was asleep.
And he sensed the dark thoughts.
Yeah, he sensed the dark thoughts, and pretty much Luke senses it, and he acts on his mind and tries to kill Kylo.
Yeah,
but,
which was really dark.
But while Kylo's asleep, you could tell him he was hesitating. And I guess right when he was about to put the lightsaber off, Kylo sees him, and then Kylo ultimately ends up putting Luke in a bunch of bricks and killing the whole temple. And all
that was like the spark that made him go to the dark side, I feel. I just think it's so like crazy how we have like, because for 2 years we thought one thing, but it was actually a whole other thing. He was gonna kill his apprentice. Like that's crazy.
And this is what we talked about in the spoiler-free review, where we were like, this movie has so many twists and turns.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, God, we have so much to talk about. Okay, let's go to the Kylo and Rey conversations. I thought those stylistically were really well done. Because you hear like a I'm gonna try to reenact it, but it's like a boom sound, like where when the conversations start, and like just the way that they would go back and forth in the scenario, like the scenery, and like how Rey's crying, like you killed Han Solo, like it's really well done. And also, like, the scene where they touch hands. Yeah. Like, it's just so beautiful. Yeah. And, like, I don't know. There's something going on with those two. And, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, so back on the Rey and Ren. Rian Johnson did a great job with the telepathic talking.
That dynamic,
That dynamic was amazing. Because usually, I know in other movies when I've seen that telepathic talking on, the person would just be right in front of them. It wouldn't have that sense of realism.
Yeah, true, yeah. But
this movie, the realism, you could tell they're telepathically talking.
True, yeah. It did feel like that. It felt like they were in the same room, but they weren't. Yeah.
So, like, it's like Rey would turn her face in one way, in the way Kylo was looking at her.
Exactly. It was like a classic reverse shot.
Shot, reverse shot. It kept panning. It kept on just keep cutting back and forth to them, and man,
it felt good.
Let me tell you something. Daisy Ridley's emotion.
Oh, she kills it.
Talking about Ren and talking about Han Solo. Her facial, you could freaking tell she just was on point in this movie.
Same with Mark Hamill. Yeah. With his acting.
Even again, once again, Adam Driver just.
Oh my God, yeah.
His facial expression, when you see someone who's an evil character villain, I look at Kylo Ren, it's Adam Driver's Kylo Ren, because, dude, his face has distraught anger, hatred. Like, you could tell.
He's got, like, the look of Hayden Christensen, but he has the acting to back it up. Yeah.
That's the one thing. We don't have any crazy one-liners like, I killed her, I slaughtered her.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren's acting, once again, amazing. Adam Driver, he kills it. Also same with Daisy Ridley. Another thing I would say is, so another big thing about Daisy Ridley is she's pretty much conflicted with Kylo Ren. I think you want to get into the conflict.
Yeah, because like she wants to get into the good side, and it is a parallel back to Episode 6 with Luke trying to get his father back, which he succeeded. But with this, when I watched The Force Awakens, my money was on that Kylo is not going to turn good because he killed a beloved character, Han. Yeah. So like I couldn't see him coming back.
My interpretation before him, I thought Kylo and Rey would end up actually. They would end up together. I thought he would go to the light side.
Together, you mean like boyfriend and girlfriend, or like
to the light side?
That's what you mean.
I thought he would become a Jedi eventually, and I thought I was almost right.
Yes.
For a second there, I almost had
in the throne room scene, which we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk
about that.
I'll talk about it. Yeah. So Snoke. First I want to talk about Snoke before
Okay. First of all, I think what they did with Snoke in this movie was the biggest misdirection and 180 that the movie could have taken. It was just crazy.
Yeah, and as movie fans and Star Wars fans, as you know, Snoke was hyped up to be this big character.
Oh my God, the theory is like he's Darth Plagueis, he's Palpatine, he's a new character,
and I think
he's Mace Windu, he's Jar Jar.
Jar Jar, I still think Jar Jar. But
he's Jar Jar.
I think going into this movie, we can talk about like who we thought it was. Like, let's just
I personally thought it was Darth Plagueis. I thought that he was the master of Palpatine. I thought that he was in hiding and he came out with the First Order to be bad.
I thought it was Palpatine.
Yep.
Because, and I'm gonna go to actually his Darth Plagueis theory. So the reason I thought it was Palpatine was, number one, I thought the facial structure was very important.
Yes, the skin definitely. Yep.
The skin definitely, because when Mace Windu they're fighting and on the window top, his face gets burnt and everything. So I thought by facial structure. Second, I also felt when Darth Sidious, Palpatine, was telling his story to Anakin in Episode 3 about Darth Plagueis, how he can give life, he never dies, right? I thought he was indirectly talking about himself.
Yeah, like it was all fake. It was a fake story. Fake story. Yeah. Which I could see. I could have seen.
Which I could have seen, kind of,
and what we both had these wild theories. Everybody had their own theory about who Snoke was. And we go into this movie thinking we're going to get answers about Snoke, and we don't. He's completely thrown to the wayside. But they do a really good job at it because that's not the point of the movie. Yeah. The point of the movie is Rey and Kylo. And Luke, too.
Luke. I would say Luke in that. And
Luke caught in the middle.
Yeah, and that's why we go back to having Rian Johnson had the freaking balls and risk to really take out these characters that all Star Wars fans wanted to know about.
And
you know what? It works well because this movie is not about Snoke. This movie is not about Darth Vader. They're gone.
They're gone.
They're so irrelevant. I think. Relevant Snoke kinda.
Like, we'll talk about the scene in the throne room.
About Snoke.
Yeah.
But I think this movie is about that relationship between Ren and Kylo.
You mean Rey and Kylo?
Sorry, Rey and Kylo.
Rey and Ren, it goes back and forth.
It goes back. So Kylo and Rey definitely, Foe and his transformation to leadership. And finally, I think Finn and
Rose.
Yeah. I think you said
Okay.
Parts.
So
you can go into more.
Wait, the three? Oh, yeah. So what I love about the movie is, and this does feel like Empire because, Empire had Han and their squad running away from the Empire, and you had Luke on Dagobah, and both of those stories converged to Cloud City. This does it with 3 stories, but it doesn't feel convoluted. The 3 stories, well, you could say 4 too. The 4, well, I'll say 3. The first story is Rey and Kylo's story.
Definitely.
The second is the Resistance's story. And the third is what Finn and Rose are doing to help the Resistance. Yeah. And all 3 of those stories converge in a beautiful way. Yeah. And I'll actually tell you right now what scene I didn't like. It was the action sequence where they're riding on the horse thing. It was just kind of dumb. I'm like, when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool. The effects are good. But afterwards, I'm just like, whatever. The casino, though.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love the casino.
It reminded us of Cantina from 4 a lot.
Yeah.
Well, think about the Cantina, but formal and just slick and not
slick.
dirty.
Yeah.
Literally
Wolf of Wall Street-esque.
Yeah, it's very Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And I love how they made new alien designs too. It just looked I don't know.
And
that's
what I'm saying.
Awesome.
The way they CGI this characters and stuff, man, they made some beautiful characters.
Yes.
We'll get more into technical stuff later about.
Since we're talking about CGI, I want to talk about this Yoda. Yoda is in the movie and played beautifully by Frank Oz, and there was no CGI.
Let me tell you, people from the 1980s who've seen Empire Strike Back,
beautiful.
This is your homage moment right here.
Oh yeah, the way that they use Yoda is very good because it's only one scene.
Yeah,
and like I just think how he like teaches Luke about like being a master because Luke, he was always the trainer. He was never the master. And I think they did it in a really good way.
I think having Yoda back in the movie really, I don't know, like it felt right.
It worked really well for the plot. Yeah,
it just felt right to have Yoda back.
It was a good choice.
Because I don't know if you guys remember back in episode 5, I think, or no 6. It's where Obi-Wan and Yoda are telling Luke not to go.
That's 5. Yeah, 5.
That is 5. And they sit down and have a convo. You see that here, where Luke is trying to get the books, the ritual books.
The books out,
and he's teaching him, no, this is not how you do it.
Yeah.
You're better than this. You're pretty much saying you're not a pussy, bro.
Exactly.
You're the Jedi Master. You're a Skywalker. And his wit is always there as well.
Of course. When he laughed, he's like,
he's like,
when he did the lightning.
Oh my god, his wit is never ending.
And I think it's a really cool theme because it's the theme of like how people say you can never teach an old dog new tricks, but you're always learning in life. And Luke, even in his old age, is still learning.
He had to learn because I think Yoda is the reason Luke came back to the Force.
Exactly. Without Yoda, he wouldn't have been a true Jedi.
And without Yoda, honestly, the Resistance probably would have ended up losing.
I thought that scene where Kylo says, screw the Jedi, screw everything, let's just join forces, was beautiful. I thought that was a beautiful scene.
And they basically got that from episode 5. You guys remember Darth Vader and his son Luke. I think they not got it, but
it's a parallel. It's a
parallel between both films in that aspect. Now, I think we'll talk about that, but
I personally thought that Rey was gonna take his hand and say, "Let's do it."
Kylo Ren and Rey killing Snoke was probably one of the most badass scenes I've seen in Star Wars.
The way that the lightsaber goes into Snoke, it's brutal. And then when they start fighting all the soldiers and
this is the misdirection. We're all thinking here, dude, Kylo and Rey are freaking gonna be Jedis together.
Yeah, because they're working together in a great way. Yeah, they're playing off of each other.
My God.
Rey throws the lightsaber and Kylo stabs it in the guy. Our audience cheered at that point. Yeah, it was awesome. It was badass.
I think we were all very misdirected with that scene because we all thought, okay, Rey's definitely either they're gonna be Siths together or gonna be Jedis.
Yeah.
I personally thought Kylo Ren was going to the light side. But at the end of the scene, you see Kylo when so pretty much Rey is going to Kylo and like, oh yeah, let's go, we gotta help the Resistance. Kylo just looks at Snoke and is like, I'm the supreme leader now. Pretty much.
Yeah, or not Snoke. General Hux.
General Hux. Yeah.
And I'm the supreme
he says
leader
to
now.
General Hux, no, he's dead. The supreme leader, and you can tell he has the power now.
Yes.
Any Sith Lord, and Darth Vader was not like this. He was I think Darth Vader, we can both say, was loyal to Palpatine till the end. Till Luke persuaded him and
of course, yeah. But it didn't look like he was gonna turn on his master anytime soon. Yeah. But Kylo,
Kylo turned right away. I think because Snoke did treat him like a piece of crap.
If you think about it, Kylo turned on both of his masters, Luke and Snoke. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
But Kylo is now pretty much, as you guys know, end of the movie. He is the
big bad.
He's the First Order.
He's the bad.
He's the bad
guy.
He's the bad guy now. Snoke is out of the series, which is crazy.
That's crazy. Did not. Nobody expected that.
Okay. Now I think I want to get into the bad.
Screw Captain Phasma.
Yeah,
I think she was underutilized in the last movie.
I agree.
Everybody thought that she was gonna get more screen time. She doesn't. I thought the fight scene between Finn and Phasma was cool. I really liked it. I thought it was well choreographed. I love Finn's character. I thought he, John Boyega does such good acting, and I love the emotion behind it, and come on, how badass was it when she's like, "You're scum," and he goes, "Rebel scum." Come on, that's classic.
And she falls her death.
Hopefully her death.
On her death. So my thing with Captain Phasma is, very unutilized in the first movie, and I know a lot of people were saying, why isn't she utilized? And we all thought we were going to this movie very objective, saying, I want to see Captain Phasma. Let's get it then.
So, do you want to talk about the climax of the film?
In the movie, Luke, once Yoda talks to him, he comes to his senses.
There's a good 40 minutes where Luke's not even in it.
Yeah.
Like, I was, dude, during those scenes, like, in the back of my head, I'm like, God, when's Luke gonna, when is he gonna make his grand entrance? Yeah.
And what happens is Luke projection ends up coming into the layer of the Resistance, and he meets Leia in that scene. Yeah. And we're all thinking, oh, Luke definitely. But then when I thought, well, how could Luke walk all the way from the outer? Even he doesn't have anything.
That's true. Yeah. But you do see the X-wing. Remember in the water? So I was thinking maybe he got that to work, but still, it's very
hard. And
also, I didn't think it was a projection because he kisses her on the cheek. I mean, on the forehead. Yeah. But of course, like
it ended up being
just a projection.
Let me tell you about that scene. Him and Leia, they're in the corner, and you could tell. God. And they play the Leia music.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
What a sad
Speaking
scene.
of like themes, when they played the Yoda theme during Yoda's scene, I almost cried.
Yeah. This Leia.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And it was funny because it was a dark room. Leia are facing each other in a shot.
Brother and sister.
Yeah, brother and sister. One last time. This is it. You pretty much know. Shit's gonna go down. Leia's either gonna die or Luke's gonna die. And Luke says, "I can't save you anymore." At the end of it. And he ends up just walking out slow motion. Everyone's staring. Oscar Isaac. I mean, it's a beautiful shot.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful.
Yeah. And the thing is, they what are those big machines called? The ones.
AT-ATs.
The AT-ATs are.
Some people pronounce them AT-ATs. I'm like, I don't say. I'm just like.
Yeah. So they open the door.
Whatever, same thing.
They open the door of the base. Luke just walks like. All you see is the shadow of the AT-ATs and the fighters.
Oh my god!
It's Luke against them, pretty much.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
And I know we were talking about probably one of the best shots in the movie was when Luke was just staring at the AT. It's pretty much just one. It's like one against everyone. I don't know if anyone's seen 300.
Oh yeah. It did. Oh my god!
That's what the feel I got. Except there was no arrows. Then all of a sudden, they just...
all the blasts start coming.
And you're just saying, crap, how's Luke getting out of this one? And he's still there. And you want to talk about the Kylo Ren?
Yeah. But quick thing, I love how he just brushes off the dust. Yeah. And the audience cheered at that point, too. We both did as well.
Talk about the Kylo Ren.
Yeah. So when Kylo gets down there, you were just like, this is it. And like, I love it when Poe realizes Luke's plan. Like, that's what a leader should do. He realizes that the plan right now is to run. You got to know when to pick your battles. And Poe knew that Luke, the true leader, knew that it was the time to run. So they escaped. And, like, I love how Kylo is just using hate. And you said this, that Luke went all Matrix with him doing all those moves.
He did a lot of Matrix. I thought it was a little cheesy, but it worked. Matrix always works.
And the moment when Kylo cuts Luke in, you think he cuts him in half.
Like it went back
jaw
to
dropping.
Episode 4.
Yes.
Where, Obi-Wan drops his guard and basically like, kill me, strike me down, and what was those?
I should become more powerful than you could ever imagine. But the quote in here was different, but it was still similar. The beginning was the same. Quote,
when he strikes him down, we all are thinking...
The audience was dead silent. We both were just like...
I think me and Rocky just looked at each other just like, wow. I
thought he was dead.
I cannot believe this happened.
But then it was the projection. And that was a good twist. Yeah. Again, like we said, twists and turns in the movie. That was a great twist as well.
And then all of a sudden at the end, Luke just stares him down and says, "I'll catch you later, kid." And he just dips. At the end of that scene.
Oh yeah, that's what he says. Yeah, see you later, kid.
And then he just
taunting him.
Taunting him, and then it pans into a shot of him on the island in the sunset, where Luke is meditating with the Force.
Yeah, and the shot is similar to beautiful. A New Hope with the two suns on Tatooine, and like it's playing the Star Wars theme, and it cuts between him and Rey. It was beautiful. And
obviously, we're gonna get into the death of Luke Skywalker. Probably one of the greatest, I think, characters in cinema history. I think we all can agree.
For sure, yeah.
Luke Skywalker's character is never going to be taken granted. He just looks at the sun. You can see he's sweating. He's in peace. And then all of a sudden, he goes into Ghost, becomes a ghost, and his robe just disappears in sunset.
Just like Yoda and Obi-Wan.
One of the most beautiful death scenes I have ever seen. I think
it was so somber, but it was so sad. But it was so peaceful. There's so many emotions that go into your brain.
And then Rey even says to Leia, "I was like, I felt it. I felt him lose him." But they know
they both know. Yeah.
It wasn't like Obi-Wan's that where we thought because you literally saw him get cut in half.
True.
Obi-Wan got really nailed, But this and Luke went into
man.
peace.
Yeah.
This was it, and he basically showed Kylo Ren, I'm the boss here. You're not gonna You're not gonna get
and
me.
Also, I loved his monologue where he says like everything you said, Kylo, was wrong, and the Last Jedi is not me, it is Rey.
It is Rey.
And then when she moves the rocks to save everyone, and like that brings up a really big question. Like now, the Resistance is basically nothing. They have nothing, and it's just. I don't even know what's gonna happen in Episode 9. I don't even know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
End of the movie though. I want to do a little tidbits. Oscar Isaac introduced himself to Rey. So so we're talking about Episode 9. Looking forward to. I think we can look forward to Oscar Isaac's relationship with Daisy Ridley. You can tell. I think.
You think it's gonna be romantic?
I think it'll be a Han and Leia kind of thing.
Okay, if you ask me, I think that, and this is very far-fetched, but I think that Rey is going to end up with Ben Solo. Not Kylo Ren, Ben Solo. I think he's going to, I don't know, man. It's tough, but...
I think movie 9, it's going to tweak into the relationship. We'll see how Oscar Isaac does it. Obviously, we're going to see more Kylo, and we're going to see more Rey.
Yes, true.
This is going to be a relationship. It's going to be very conflicting.
Oh, yeah.
I think Episode 9, we will see that fight, that big fight we've all been waiting for with Rey and
Kylo Ren. Yeah, I wanted them to fight in this movie.
Now,
it's okay.
But also, actually, I'm going to take back my point on the Han and Leia. I think Han and Leia is going to be Finn and Rose.
Finn and Rose. Yeah. I could see
Rose brought so much.
Yeah, Rose's character was really good.
Very powerful character.
Yeah. Okay, so, I think we talked about most of the things we wanted to talk about with the film. Overall, we both loved it. 9 and 9. Anything else closing you wanted to say before we close off the episode?
I want to thank everyone for really listening to this. I hope you liked it. You know, we're just new guys just trying to get into the game.
Of course, yeah. Thank you so much for listening. And this was Cinema Cantina. I'm Rocky.
And I'm Nate.
Thank you so much for listening.
Have a good night, guys.
Yep, take care.